I'm Anna, and this is the story of how I realized I was on the middle class poverty bus. Well, it's actually the beginning of the story of how I started my online business, but that's a work in progress because I haven't actually made any money yet. When I was going to school, I always thought my career would lead me to running my own business. We spent 12 years studying all sorts of science and math classes, and for what? To be told at the end that it isn't really enough, and if we really want to live the American dream, we need to go to college. Well, guess what? I went to college, and then I realized that was liberal arts, and that wasn't quite what they meant when they said I needed to go to college. So I ended up going to business school afterwards, post-grad. More expensive. And you basically study everything you need to know for how to run a business, all the different departments, and all of that good stuff. Well, I'm going to tell you. All of that education was not my ticket to freedom that I thought it would be. I thought that this would help me move out of the basement and finally get a pair of those red bottom shoes. My financial freedom. Right? Wrong. All of my degrees were a first-class ticket to a situation I like to call the middle-class poverty bus. In theory, it's supposed to get me where I want to be, but in reality, it's the slowest possible way to my desired destination. Like most middle-class people, I go to an office every weekday and exchange my time for money. In theory, I should be able to pay all my expenses and save a little money on the side. In reality, that's not quite what happens. So, where does all this cash go? I mean, why am I living paycheck to paycheck in one of the richest countries in the world? Well, let's take a look. First, we've got my middle-class car, which is a sensible Toyota, but I am making payments on it for the next 3 to 4 years. My modest house. This is an accurate drawing, by the way. My house has no garage, no pool, and no hot tub. But in the city I live in, the average one-bedroom apartment goes for $1,500 a month. So you might as well buy a house. And last, my student loans. How could I forget that eventually I would have to start paying them back? My student loans are an ever-present burden that I carry on my back. All of these things were supposed to make me feel like an accomplished adult, but they don't really. I feel like I signed up for a one-way trip to a dead-end life, constantly paying off a car and a house and student loans. But let's back up. Back in 2016, I was just starting to realize how long it would take me to pay off my student loans. Another 20 years. It had already been 10. I don't have that kind of time, and I definitely don't want to wait 30 years for financial freedom. So let's fast forward to right now, 2019. I took a look at my finances and I decided to do something about it. I'm going to start my own business, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I've signed up for some courses so that I can kind of learn how this whole online business thing works. But I've decided to document everything I learn and where I'm learning it from, which I hope will help some other person out there avoid so much student debt and seek alternative ways to learn how to live this elusive American dream. My only problem is, I'm brilliant, but lazy. Thanks for watching! I'm going to post new videos often, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.